everybody! Everybody kept on pestering me to play Obey Me because it is the trending novel game with husky demon boyfriends in it. But here's the thing, no matter what system I try it on, that game just really loves crashing, which means that I can't play it myself. The second best thing to playing anything is watching it on YouTube. Honestly, probably a lot less hassle. I don't need to deal with phone game mechanics or payments or grinding. I just get to look at it and comment it. So, first of all, who am I? Well, I do gameplay on YouTube, and I'm a theistic Luciferian. I run demonology practices on Reddit. I'm one of the moderators there, and I've been practicing demonology for the past 5 years. I've also written quite a few books on it. I normally don't mix religion with entertainment, so my go-to approach to mass media that includes demons is to outright avoid them. But perhaps I have been avoiding some husky demon good times. So what do I know? Maybe the way to go through your spirituality is to definitely indulge in unrealistic portrayals of your own spirituality. So why don't we just play the video? I'm gonna try and read along, but that's gonna be quite difficult. So I assume that you have a brain and that you can read. That's not the most comfortable way of approaching any video, so I'll try to read for four characters, but text scroll quite fast, yo. You've been out cold this entire time. We were really beginning to worry. Hey, you know what this means, don't ya? You owe me. I mean, I came to your rescue and all, so you definitely owe me. Wait, they don't seem to know where they are. Huh? Hey, are you lost? From the bewildered look on your face, I take it we got a little lost lime on our hands. A lost demon? That's not very cool. Levy, be quiet. They smell good for a lost demon. I bet they have some food. Leviathan is a purple-headed boy. Okay, let's completely forget that Leviathan is the female beast of the sea in biblical terms, because, well, Behemoth was the male equivalent, and if those two mated, the whole world would end. So Behemoth was placed on land, Leviathan was placed in the water. Technically, Leviathan was probably a whale. Most likely somebody saw a whale and that looked kind of scary and beastie. Behemoth is guessed to be a rhinoceros, so there's that. You there. This facility, which is still under construction I might add, is under the direct authority of the Demon King, and we found you lying unconscious on the floor right here. If you will me something, how exactly did you get here, in here? Do you live here? Is it normal for people to live in unfinished facilities? Pleased to see you, MC. Shall I take you someplace you will be happy? Somewhere that will bring you more joy than any other. A world you desire, and where you will be desired. Oh, so it's somebody's fulfillment fantasy. Now that explains quite a few things. Who are you? I clearly have you worried, don't I? Well, there's no need to be, really, because nothing remains hidden from me. I see everything. Nevertheless, we shall keep them waiting, so let me get to the point. You have received a second chance at a fated meeting. Do you understand what I mean? I think I do. I'm glad. You seem to be already well acquainted with them. My name is... Squares. Time for me is kind of like a dark, heavy mud. This mud sits in a big container as it silently and slowly swirls around like a vortex. Will you be entering your own past, or the past, present, or even future of someone you don't know? But never fear, no matter where you go, they will be waiting for you. Safe travels, MC. Alright, back up. Who are you? You seriously forgot who I am? You say that as if we should know you. Baal, do you know? Baal Hadad? I'm pretty sure he was a Philistine god, wasn't it? Because Baal just kind of means Lord, but the one that's mostly coming up whenever you connect Baals and what Baal it could have been is Baal Hadad. I don't quite remember what he's in charge of, but I'm pretty sure he was, what, agricultural deity? Something on that level. I should really spike my memory by, well, looking it up. For goodness sakes, this is quite a serious thing to forget. So let me just look up and who the heck Baal was, if we go down in history a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Canaanite. God damn it, words. Storm and fertility god. Well, I suppose at the very least you can definitely have some fun with a fertility god.
Yeah.
I only know that they smell tasty. Diavolo, this demon is your responsibility, right? How are you gonna handle this? Yes, I'm quite surprised to meet a demon I was not aware of in the Devildom. Okay, something's definitely not right. Hey, you clearly seem confused. Firstly, let me introduce everyone. I am Diavolo. You may already know this, but I'm next in line to rule the Devildom, the future king of all beasts. And the demon you see beside me is Lucifer, the avatar of pride. Most common depictions of Lucifer are honestly blonde hair, blue eyes. It might have something to do with that light aspect of, you know, Venus in the morning, shining bright star, which kind of lets itself to the light palette as opposed to the dark one. But, you know, I also don't really know if he has any four-winged depictions exactly. Oftentimes he's depicted as like a little cherubim. Because if you go with the Roman Lucifer, then he is the son of Aurora. If you would like to instead just reference his Roman roots, you could go with a more typical Roman Greek appearance, which would probably be hard to translate into anime art style, to be fair, because Romans tend to have a very prominent nose, for one thing, and the noses in here are singular lines, so that's gonna be a bit hard to do. Next, we have Lucifer's younger brother, the avatar of greed, Mammon. And, right, Mammon is personified money. Like, the word literally means money, but somebody forgot to translate it, so we ended up with a spirit. And there's nothing wrong with practicing with spirits that came into existence that way. At some point, all of this mythology had to be imagined by somebody. But younger brother? I'm really not aware of any mythology where they're related at all. The Great Mammon. Oh, okay, Money likes to show off his chest. Of course. Next to him is Leviathan, the avatar of envy, as well as Asmodeus, the avatar of lust. Ah, Lucifer is looking at us! I never knew the water beast to be that shy! Hey, you're so smitten by my beauty that you can't help staring, aren't you? Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, little lost lamb. You know, Asmodeus is not like just in charge of lust, he's also a demon of wrath, and that's also kind of just the things that got added to him based on the story of Sarah and him being the demon that kept on killing her suitors until the right godly suitor appeared. If you look at goetic writings, it's more that he has to do with some more direct sciences, like teaching arithmetic, astronomy, geometry, landcrafts, finding and guarding treasures, making one invincible. A lot more people like play up his lust element and petition him to do with the lust element, so the entity and how it's perceived kind of swings heavily that way, so that is probably the most accurate depiction yet. We're 3 minutes in. Now that brings us to the two demons you see here. Beelzebub after Gruntney. Bale, don't speak with your mouth full. Sorry, I'm Beelzebub, Avatar of Gluttony, and this is my twin brother. So they're conflating Bel and Beelzebub. Beelzebub goes with us Beelzebub, which is Lord of all that flies. Conflating all the lords is like a common practice. I would really see him more as like a healing or diseased sort of influence, like the one or the other, like can grant disease, can cure disease, that sort of thing, than gluttony. Belphegor, Avatar of Sloth. Well, I mean, at the very least, to like directly correct there, like this description directly features the word sloth. But normally it's kind of about doing creative thinking and working less while receiving more sort of demons. So the influences are on wealth, on the creative thinking, on logical arrangement of your day, that sort of thing. Wait a minute. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe that's your phone? Hey there, where are you now? The devildom. I get the feeling that something's bothering you, am I right? Well, my phone's on 1% battery, apparently. So I would be pretty concerned. Alright, calm down, it's gonna be okay. Is it okay if I call now? Honestly, I have social anxiety about phone calls. I don't like them. I don't like speaking with people I don't know in general. Oh, Solomon! King Solomon. That's speaking in Japanese. Sorry, I know I just asked if I could help you, but I'm afraid I had a little something come up. Solomon is a boy with blue hair. Okay, let's go. The spell has such an unpredictable casting time. You can never be quite sure how long it will take to go get it. I probably won't have any reception while jumping through space-time, so I'll have to get back in touch with you later. Again, really sorry about this. Also, here's the thing. The Goetia Lesser and Greater Keys of Solomon kind of borrowed this Solomon's name for, you know, fame reasons. It's not actually connected to Solomon, in case anyone actually needed that information in their life. Pretty sure that nobody did, but I'm just gonna overshare anyway. Chances are, Solomon, if he was a real person, he probably did not practice anything queer at all. He probably practiced the religion that another religion didn't like, or kind of embellished all the things that he did over time, or just wanted to destroy his reputation and create a story about how all the things that he did actually he didn't do, but had some outside spiritual help that did it for him. So it wouldn't fall into the rabbit hole of Solomon was a great mage that literally conjured physical demons into being that then built a temple for him. That's not a very reasonable way to go about it. Well, hold on a second. Well, talk to you later, but, I mean, reimagining him as a blue-haired Japanese boy, that's a new one. From the look on your face, you seem a bit bewildered. Was that a friend of yours on the phone just now? Anyway, I don't believe I finished introducing everyone to you. Did I mind if I continue? So Lucifer actually has one more brother, but... I'm not gonna scream. Great, he's here. Man, is he one of his moods again? You think he'd get tired of being ticked off all the time. Well, he was wrapped up in chains and stuffed inside a locker all because he couldn't control his fits of rage, so yeah, no surprise he's extra peeved. Asmo, did you make sure those chains were tight, didn't you? I mean, I wrapped them in chains like you said, but I got such soft, beautiful, tender hands. Jesus Christ. They aren't suited for such a rough job. Really, you should have known that. Grr. The demon who just arrived is Satan, Avatar of Wrath. Remember when I said that Lucifer had one more brother? There are 7 of them all, from oldest to youngest they are. Nice that you're not conflating Lucifer with Satan. Too many people do that. Even like some Satanists actually do that. But when you say Satan, I would automatically ask which one? Because all Satan means is adversary. Anyone can be Satan as long as they oppose you, even in an argument. When the Bible was talking about Satan, they were talking about multiple beings all at once. Like, so a guy that offers you food or a drink when you're dead sad and starving yourself in the desert, that is Satan. An angel working for God that is opposing other people because God told him to do, that is Satan. That is not the same being. An angel of death, Samael, is called Satan of Satans. That doesn't mean that he's adversarial to God. That just means that he's adversarial to something. Satan's kind of shift depending on the verse. There were like multiple people being referred to as Satan. And at some point, the adversary point stopped being translated and the kind of names got dropped. They all got rolled into one. And we have whatever mess we have here today. And the only reason why Lucifer is in the Bible is there was one verse that just commented how fallen a Babylonian king has been. And it's just been like, it was, oh, bright morning star, how have you fallen, effectively. But they didn't translate the, oh, bright shining morning star bit. They left the word untranslated as if it was a name. So Lucifer, that's how Lucifer ended up in the Bible to begin with. It absolutely does not belong there. And because how have you fallen, angels felling, rebellion, Satan, kinda, they were like, oh, there is a name mentioned there, must be important. And it kind of got conflicted that way and conflated. And those two became the same thing. There is a lot to unravel if you're into mythology. If you just like husky Game Boys, then there's nothing to unravel. Just know that spirituality ain't like that. Lucifer the oldest. Mammon second born. Leviathan third born. Satan fourth born. Who's birthing them? Asmodeus, the 5th born. Beelzebub, the 6th born. Belvigor, youngest and 7th born. They only just recently arrived here in the... You rotten little... Where are you? You got some nerve locking me up like that. You're dead, you hear me? Every last one of them. Sounds like he hasn't figured out we're in here yet. Just listen to him, such violent language. They don't call him Avatar of Wrath for nothing. You see, as his title suggests, the only emotion he knows is anger. Lord Diavolo, this is no time to be standing around smiling. Duh! You okay, Belfie? Yeah, somehow you threw yourself in front of me to protect me from that, didn't you? Thanks, Bel. How about you? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm good. Good, as long as you're not hurt. It doesn't take much to send Satan flying off the handle, and then he starts destroying stuff like you just saw now. I've had it! My brothers, this entire world, everything! Yikes, time to hide! Come all on, over here. Why am I stuck with him for a brother? He's terrified. Well, that's just how it is, right? I mean, the Demon King said we had to consider ourselves brothers from now on. Oh, brothers from now on. That's right, unfortunately, we're new here in the Devildom. We're in no position to refuse a direct order from the Demon King himself. I wonder what do they mean by like Diavolo? Do they mean like the devil? Because once again, that's a very, you know, Diablo, that sort of thing. That is a very loose label. In general, it just means the big bad and gets attributed to whatever people believe the big bad to be. So Azazel, Satan, Lucifer, Iblis, a lot of names just kind of get thrown at whatever the big bad is. And interestingly enough, normally he gets portrayed like Pan. You know, the god of the shepherds, that Pan. The one that also had cloven feet and horns, that sort of thing. That kind of entered from there. That's normally the portrayal of the devil. Interestingly that they have those as like 3 separate characters, so I wonder who from their perspective the Diavolo is. This may sound like a random question, but what is it? When did the Great Celestial War take place? You mean to say you've forgotten? How? It only just ended. Tell me, what's your name? MC, I see. Well, it seems you... main character. What are you guys hanging out there whispering to each other about, huh? Oh, he found us. MC, look out. Stay! What was that supposed to be? It looked like an attempt at magic? Whatever, someone just do something about Satan. I'm going to obliterate every last one of... Petunias stand together? Flowers never say never? Evil demons be on alert as I plant your rears in the dirt? Okay, MC's being cute. Justice flower. Rurihana flower power. Oh. I believe that's your phone again. Do I have a talking phone? Hey, what's your name, MC? What was that just now? You know that Ruri Tunes thing? What's this, Rurihana? She's so cute. I might give it a try. You just started too, right? You better be ready because I'm gonna check up on you and see how far you've gotten, okay? This will be your task from now on, to play Ruri tunes every day. What was it again? Rurihana? Levy, get your head out of the clouds. I'm going to tear this place apart. So we're back to this storyline again. I imagine there has been maybe some gameplay that took place there. I don't know whether they cut anything out or not from this video. Though, at least, you know, Satan lives up to his adversary bit, considering that he's being very adversarial right now. I suppose rage can be an expression of adversariness. Now, violence doesn't solve all the problems, and there's definitely a better way of approaching this, but at least something's sort of correct, so there's that. Oh man, oh man, oh man. We're dead. Suddenly, you feel a warm light building inside. Satan, stay! Oh god, like a puppy. Grr. Well, how about that? Oh wow, hey, what was that? It's like my body threw itself to the floor? Hey you, what's the big idea using that messed up magic on us, huh? And like, why Lord Diavolo, the only one who didn't get roughed up? Looks like Satan took the hardest hit of us all, he's out cold. You, what have you done? Well, I've certainly never met a demon like you before, MC. You're an absolute riot. A riot? Yeah, there was nothing funny about that. I just had an idea. It must have been fate that brought us together like this. I'm not sure how much you know about recent developments, but Lucifer and his brothers were expelled from the celestial realm and cast down to the Devildom following the recently great celestial war. They were originally angels, you see, and very high-ranking ones at that, so there has been all sorts of rumors about them flying around Devildom. They say their talk of the town would be an understatement. Things are a bit chaotic right now. Which is why I would like to ask a favor of you. Until things settle down in the Devildom, and until the 7 of them get used to the life here, I would like you to serve as their attendant. What? Our attendant? So now we're stuck with someone looking after us? Someone who also happens to have freakish powers? I have to admit, I'm still trying to get my head around what just happened earlier. MC here is no lamb at all. More like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Diavolo, we don't need an attendant. Just because we used to be angels doesn't mean you have to treat us like children. We can learn how to get by on our own. I certainly don't mean it as an insult, but you must understand, Lucifer, I am the future Demon King. And who is the current Demon King, by the way? And my father isn't around right now, which means I have final say in all Devildom matters until such a time that he returns. I appreciate your understanding, Lucifer MC. I take it you understand as well? When he asks you like that, it means that the only answer he'll accept is yes. Yes. That really reminded me when my grandmother at one point got really pissed off with me. I still disagree her on a point that we were arguing with, but she would ask me a question then, and then would give me an answer going, okay, say yes, nod your head. And it's like, you don't want a conversation, you just want your opinion repeated back at you. You gotta be kidding me. How are you hanging in there, Belle, okay? Yeah, it's just Satan. I can usually carry one demon on my back without even breaking a sweat. I am hungry, though. Want some help? Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though. Ugh. Satan looks so adorable when he's asleep. He's been out a long time, huh? There's something about characterizing a very in-depth being that is to do with quite a lot of rational sciences and also quite the range of emotions. Everything from lust to wrath to a fuckboy. It doesn't feel right. Well, we can't have him rampaging around, destroying town. Everything. If it were up to me, he'll stay like this for a good 100 years or so. Ah, I almost forgot, MC. I have to make sure I can get in touch with you when I need to. You have a DDD, right? Let me go ahead and share the DCOM with you. Oh, MC, are you on Devilgram and FabSnap? Oh, right, yeah, I totally know what you're talking about. Really? Because from the looks on your face, it's pretty obvious that you have no idea what he means. Don't be crazy, Belfie. We're talking about two of Devildom's big social networks. What's the third one? Deviltube? Don't worry, MC. Asmo insisted on making accounts for me on a bunch of different networks and I still have no idea what they're on about. Really? How can you be so ignorant? Demons? I do have a question as to how big the Devildom is, considering that currently the number of occupators seem to be 8. Now, watch and learn, MC. It won't be long before I'm an incredibly famous Devildom influencer. You're already super famous, just maybe not the way you want to be. Hey, why don't we get out of here? I'm getting tired. Honestly, I don't think if I would work with Asmodeus for influence stuff, it kind of sounds like the kind of thing where you would petition more business-oriented intelligences, like Bune, Bammon, Luciferian Witch, in general kind of things to do with wealth, because, well, social media is like any other job, and it is to do with wealth. It is to do with influence, and, you know, if you want to spread wealth, you kind of know what needs to know what makes wealth. Therefore, petitioning a spirit to do with wealth tends to make quite a lot of sense, as opposed to petitioning a spirit that could make you good at what you do, like, you know, Paimon for, well, he has a hand in both arts and sciences, but normally people petition him for arts, or Lucifer for knowledge, because the whole self-enlightenment thing does go pretty deep, even when the only actual association there is with Venus in the morning is the light bit. But you can also like put in hope, some healthy optimism. Some people saw Venus in the morning as a symbol of healing and health. There are a lot of associations that you can throw onto that planet in that particular arrangement. Falling asleep as usual, huh? How do you know what's usual for me when we only just met? You really are a weird one. Alright, let's be off to the House of Lamentation, though. I'm prepared for the 7 of you. To be fair, when somebody's introduced as Demon of Sloth, I guess nodding off would be a pretty direct guess. Finally, your days of being cooped up at the Demon's Lord Manor is over. I know, right? I had no idea we were going to be confined to the castle grounds after we got here. Yes, sorry about that. As I mentioned earlier, your arrival put the Devil Dumb in a state of disarray. It took some time for things to settle down. Yes, but today we're coming out of hiding. From now on, we have a place of our own. The House of Lamentation. The House of Lamentation. That's the place that used to be up in the human world, right? The one with the really dark history? Yeah, I've heard it's supposed to be cursed or something. Whatever. Something bad happens, humans always blame it on curse. But I heard that a family with 7 children used to live in there until the oldest one stabbed the rest of them to death, right? His parents, brothers, everyone. What? That means that the curse is still fresh. I bet it's haunted. We're probably gonna see ghosts. Eek! Pfft. Quit being dumb. Demons don't give a flying flip about ghosts. You don't scare easily, huh? What kind of question is that? We're demons. People are afraid of us, not the other way around. Lucifer, I'm hungry. Lucifer, Belfie looks like he's about to fall asleep. Alright, time to go. Come on, move it. So now they have a haunted manor to live in inside a world that just has an insanely big moon. I bet that their oceans are having a lot of fun right now. And by fun, I mean they're probably gonna have like waves the size of tsunamis like all the time. You don't want another gravitational object that close by. Wow, now that looks like a haunted house. I bet this is going to look great up on Devilgram. Whatever, just move it. You're holding up the line. Yep. Ah, MC. That's where they're staying, not you. Don't tell me I have to sleep outside. Wait, do you mean to say that you have no place to go? Did you run away from home? Whatever it is, I won't pry any further. I too would often run away from the castle whenever I was told off as a kid. Either way, this is the brother's house, the one place in the Devildom they can relax and be family. For you, I have arranged a separate accommodation. Oh, that reminds me. About the position of attendant or devil sitters, I would like to call it. There's a great DDD application for it. It may come in handy, as it will be difficult to know what they're up to when you're not around. A sorcerer acquaintance of mine made it for fun, but I have to say it's quite well done. It's called Wanderer's Whereabouts. If you haven't looked at it yet, I would like you to do so. As their attendant, I would like you to consult Wanderer's Whereabouts to check in on their welfare. I'm certain they will love it when you check in on them. Well then, for your own accommodations, this feels more like a Tamagotchi game than it does a Pokemon game. Hey there, MC, I was wondering where you disappeared to. I've been worried, you know. Yeah. Oh, Solomon, you're already here? That was fast. And do you mean to say that you know MC? Oh yes, really well actually. You see, it just so happens that MC here is my apprentice. Your apprentice, MC, really? Yep, really. Isn't that right, MC? That's right, the best one he's ever had. Well now, this I didn't expect. Yeah. I have to say, I wouldn't have thought that. I mean, I knew you would want to do outlandish things, but never imagined you'd take a demon as an apprentice. MC here is my top student, actually, but I tried to keep that on the down low. Otherwise, everyone else would feel inadequate. Oh, I see. That would explain the whole stay thing earlier. Did something happen that I'm not aware of? Well, MC can tell you all about that later. I hate to be rude, but I really should be getting back to the castle. Oh, I almost forgot. Since MC is your apprentice, can I assume that it's okay for the two of you to share accommodations? Yeah, I would appreciate it. We could stay at my usual spot. Understood. Well, I'll be heading home then. Take care, MC. And thank you for agreeing to my request earlier. I'm sure you'll do an excellent job as an attendant. Okay then. I'm guessing you'll have a lot of questions? Are we in the past? Bingo! Very impressive, MC. You're as sharp as ever, always. Now, why don't you tell me what happened, starting from the point where things first went awry. You proceed to tell Solomon about the mysterious person who messaged you and how you awoke to find yourself in the past. Alright, why don't we head to the place where we'll be staying? We can relax and have some tea or something while we sort out what happened. Also, we better think about our next steps as well. Diavolo was nice enough to set up a place to come stay while I'm here at the Devildom. This is it! Cocytus Hole? That's a weird name. I appreciate Diavolo providing a place for me here, but it's a little too extravagant space for me alone. I'm glad you'll be staying here with me. Their heating bills must be intense, man. Okay then, I owe you an explanation, but where to start? This Devildom is a little different from the one we used to live in. It's still the Devildom, yes, but long, long before we came to study here. In the present, and by that mean the time period we're originally from, in the present you just disappeared, so I analyzed the traces of magic left behind, which indicated that you jumped through space-time to a past version of Devildom. Then I had Barbatus lend me his power so that I could come here after you. Oh, well that's interesting. I wonder if they're using breaking enchantments or divination part of Barbatus' description here. In the addition to being in the past, it seems we're at a fairly momentous point in history. This is right after the Great Celestial War, an uprising in the Celestium Kingdom that originated from Lucifer and his brothers. Apparently, they've just been cast down to the Devildom following their defeat in the Great War. How do we get back? Right, that's the issue. I have the ability to return to the present whenever I want, but sending you back to the present is another story. That will require some of your own magic power. It sounds like the pacts you forged with demons of the present don't function properly here in the past, and as a result the power of your magic seems to be much weaker here as well. Long story short, you can't go back to the present, not in the state that you're in. So I have to live here for the rest of my life? Hey, do you really think I would leave you with no other choice than that? Early on, Diavolo mentioned that you used to stay and you succeeded, right? That means your pacts with Lucifer and his brothers haven't been severed completely. If you were to reforge your pacts with 7 of them here in the past, you might regain your lost magical power. I'm sure it must have hurt when they said they didn't know you. But don't worry, you're going to make it back to the present and be reunited with the versions of them that you know and love. Your objective is to grow closer to Lucifer and his brothers to forge pacts with them, and I intend to do everything I can to help you do just that. Sure, it won't be easy for forging your pacts, and you'll have to live here in the meantime, but... Sounds like you're DDD. Maybe someone messaged you. Come to Demon's Lord's castle tomorrow. Diavolo says there's something he wants to talk to you about. Oh, hello there, MC. I see you're looking cute again today, aren't you? Not as cute as me, of course, but that goes without saying. Yo, attendant, the great Mammon's here in the flesh to pick you up. That's a real honor, you know. You're wanted at the Demon Lord's castle, right? Lucifer told us to take you there with us. Looking for Solomon? He's in the kitchen fixing us something to eat. Said we should have breakfast before heading out, so yeah, let's do that. From what Lord Diavolo says, Solomon is the most powerful sorcerer in the human world, right? And he's that great a sorcerer, I wonder what Solomon's cooking is like. Oh, this is sort of exciting. This might just kill us. What? Yo, what are you talking about?
Boy.
Whoa, what the? Hey, what's going on? Quit pushing me, damn it. Alright, fine, I get it. We'll leave now, okay? So apparently we like shoved them until they agreed to just leave without eating food. I don't know why you would do that. Food is such a great thing. But anyway, I think I kind of understand the premise a little bit now. A couple of things. As a piece of entertainment media, there's absolutely nothing wrong to imagine whatever you want, whatever you like, portray it in any way, shape possible. The only issue is that whenever people portray anything that's kind of alien to them, they tend to just resort to the same kind of human tropes. And here I believe it's played for entertainment purposes, like even having demon social media apps. The issue is that people look at such things and then they're like, oh yeah, this is how spirituality functions. And they enter with some really skewed expectations and get really skewed results in the process, because a lot of this spirituality is entirely unstructured. It is not too uncommon for people to be influenced by media such as this and then have a dream that really resembles media such as this, or explore the quote-unquote astral when it's more really a dream-like world anyway. The astral, it's exploring your own head while being in meditation. Or for some people, they confuse lucid dreaming with the astral as well. It's not a dead set in stone sort of thing. So when people bring these kind of concepts forward with them, they tend to look for personification where you're not really supposed to be looking for. So when you're talking to me about spirits, to me it's closer to talking about concepts of energy, and kind of similar to personifying wind, if I'm to be honest. It doesn't mean that any personification can't really enter your practice, but this does mean that projecting very human ideas does not help whatsoever. And I've known so many people that has been lost to the sauce, effectively imagining all sorts of scenarios, anything from being the queen of hell to dating all the gods, to similar things. And normally it just means that the person is kind of into daydreaming and probably lack control in their own life, which is not a very fun place to be, really. So cool, you know, this is entertainment media, there's nothing wrong with that. Be entertained, but don't really think that it in any way resembles reality. Would I consider this to be harmful? Nah, probably not. Entertainment's media, they're to be entertained, and honestly, I have not seen a lot of people run with ideas presented in Obey Me. I've seen a lot more people run with ideas presented in Hell of a Boss, and it kind of gets awkward when people come to a spiritual space and start talking about ideas that they picked up from a cartoon rather than spirituality. Not conflating your entertainment with reality would be my biggest advice. So if you need any kind of input from me, then no, you're not gonna find social media. You're not gonna find effectively people with wings and horns. When you look into spirituality, you're not gonna like find some sort of other world to, like, I don't know, travel and be more popular in, like command pretty boys around. That's not what's gonna happen. If anything, spirits don't look like anything. It's quite hard for people to grasp, and spirits are not really set to even a sex or a gender or a physical body or time or space whatsoever. The need for a house, the need for food, the need for sleep, the need for entertainment. That's very much an us thing and not really a spirit thing. Experiencing deep emotions is kind of an us thing. Like, sometimes you can experience quite a bit of emotions in spirituality, but you will notice how alien those feel compared to regular feeling and concept of feeling passed through the human mind. So I honestly think that my idea to stay away from media like this has been right in the first place. It allows me to take my spirituality more serious. It would be like if somebody, made a little funny game called Dating God. I don't think that a Christian playing it might get a lot out of it spirituality wise, and they might even find it kind of funny and sort of ridiculous. Just like I kind of find this kind of funny and sort of ridiculous. But at the same time, there isn't really any rule of blasphemy. It's not, forbidden for you to approach things like that. And it's not forbidden to make art. If anything, it's encouraged to make art. And art can be anything that you want, including games about dating cute guys that coincidentally bear demon names. It's just, I like my fantasy to be fantasy, and I like my spirituality being spirituality. So I kind of draw a very straight line in there. And I don't tend to engage in a lot of media that portrays my spirituality as a fantasy. This has been a kind of fun watch party, more than a, play game sort of thing. Mostly because, well, I couldn't get it working. If you want me to watch further past the 22-minute mark on episode 1 out of let me just look at the playlist. 54. There are 54 episodes like this. You can request that, and I'm gonna just look into maybe doing that sometime later. But I personally kind of feel sated. I personally feel like I've seen all that there is to see, and while I do like my dating games, I do enjoy even fairly sexy games. I don't like them to be in my realm of my spirituality. It just it helps to have that straight line between what is real and what is not real. And when I start mixing, real life concepts into it, it just kind of doesn't really tickle my brain all that well. So I think it's just not for me. I have no issue with you enjoying it if that's what you enjoy doing. It's really not for me to enjoy. So I also think I'm not the target audience anyway. My only concern is the target audience later might come to spirituality and treat this as a real thing. But once again, that people don't tend to do that with Obey Me. People tend to do that with things like Hell of a Boss. It tends to be like a big popular media. Apparently this wasn't big or popular enough. So anyway, thank you for watching. What is your opinion about, making spirituality into games or taking mythological figures and turning them into animu husbandos? Are you for it? Are you against it? How would you feel if it was done with your spirituality? What would you actually turn your own gods into if you had to make animu husbandos based off them? And if you like my content, subscribe. I do plenty of other videos. I don't know how to categorize this. Is this spirituality? Is this gaming? Is this a bit of both? I tend to do, occult stuff and gaming stuff. Sometimes they overlay, sometimes they don't. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for people that subscribe to me on Patreon at least $3 mark. If you want to subscribe at $1 mark, I will keep you confidential and entirely private. And $3 are the show-offs that come over here into my video. If you like my content, you know, take a look around, see what else I have in here. Maybe you're gonna like something else. Thank you for watching. I hope I'm gonna see you next time somewhere in another video over the rainbow. Toodaloo.